I'm not late. It's exactly 8 p.m. The fuck you talking about? Let's do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest one-man show in the history of mankind. This is the Dusty Smith Show. You weren't supposed to hear me screaming at the cats. It obviously took a few seconds before I hit record and play that for you guys for some reason. So I don't know. They're like scratching on stuff. And I was yelling stop and they didn't stop. Anyway, welcome to the greatest show in the history of mankind. This is the Dusty Smith Show. Thank you guys for joining me. Fuck, it's kind of hot in here. See if I can turn this on without it making too much noise. Let's see. Hopefully you guys won't be able to hear that too much. Woo, that is a nice breeze. Way better. So how the fuck's everybody doing tonight? Once again, slow news weekend. We all know who to blame for that. That is your fault for not being more exciting and crazy this weekend. But it's fine. We have all of this stuff to cover. We have like 90 minutes of show toss. But it'll be fun. And we get to hang out together. And that's really the important thing. Don't laugh at me. I laugh at you. I wasn't late or anything. It's exactly 8:01. Perfect timing as always on the greatest show. That's what I do. Hey, better than any job I've ever had. I always show up late to my jobs. Always got fired. Definitely one of the soy drinking cucks. That's why I'm so prompt. Hell yeah. So, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm going to start the show off on a depressing note. So, haven't done this very much. But let's do some story time, Dusty Smith. Story time with Uncle Dusty. Story time with Uncle Dusty. Yeah, like the Gregorian monks chanting. Remember that shit? And so, folks, guess what my story time is going to be about? No, that's not it. God damn it. Wrong picture, Dusty. Wrong picture. This is what it's about. Yeah, depressing. So remember the last show? I talked to you guys about I was going to go to the nursing home and see my grandmother because I haven't gone in like 2 years or more. It's because it was a pandemic, right? And also, like, I'm just bad about staying in touch with people. I'm not very sentimental, and like I don't ever call anybody. I just get in my own routines and I live my life and don't really touch out. So I haven't had much contact with my grandma in the last, I don't know, 25 years, something like that. I've seen her here or there, but not too much. But I haven't been to the old folks home in a couple years. And so I was like, finally, the other day I was feeling so guilty about it because I was afraid that she was sitting there all resentful, thinking about how her grandkids never visit her and she's all lonely and she was hating me. And so I was like, you just got to go, dude. Quit putting it off and go. So Saturday I called and asked if they were accepting a visitation. And they said they were. So that she's doing good, so come on in and see her. So I was all excited. I dressed up. I put on my cowboy boots. I literally almost cried. The cowboy boots are so uncomfortable. I gotta make those motherfuckers bigger because I got big, wide Fred Flintstone feet. They're tiny, but they're wide. So anyway, went to see my grandma, and it was all excited and shit, all dressed up. And nurse walked me in there, and she said, "Have fun," and left. And my grandma looked at me and said, "Who are you?" She had absolutely no idea who I was. I said, "I'm Dusty. I'm your grandson." And she said, "Justin?" And I said, "Dusty." She said, "Justin?" And so I said Dusty like 30 times. And finally she said, "Dusty?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Justin?" Had no idea, had no memory of me whatsoever. I had explained who I was, that we lived together, and didn't really seem to know who she was. She seemed to remember my dad somewhat, who was not alive anymore. But then a few minutes later, she thought he was alive again. So literally was just nobody home. And I was like tearing up, crying, and she kept looking at me kind of sheepishly and said, "You keep crying." And I was like, yeah. And it was just a really fucked up, real sad experience. And but I guess like the bright side of it is all that guilt I felt about wondering if she was angry with me or feeling sad and lonely was unfounded, because she literally had no idea I even existed in the universe, had no clue who the fuck I was. And so I tried to spend some time with her, but she wasn't really retaining the information I was giving her. Like I told her my name, but she wouldn't remember who I was. And you could tell that she knew I was there to visit her, so I must be some kind of relative, but she didn't know who I was. And at one point, she looked at me and she said, "You're too late." And it was almost like she was saying, and she kind of was, that I was too late to be a part of her life because it's over. because I missed the whole thing. And it devastated me. Because she's right. She'll be dead soon. And the her that was her is no longer there. So I missed it. So anyway, you guys learn from my mistakes. And don't put that shit off. And if you've been meaning to go see that loved one that you wanted to go see, then do it. Because when they're too late, it's dead. But even before that, it can be too late. But Alzheimer's is just really fucked up. And a person doesn't have to die to lose them. You lose them without even death being involved. And so she's no longer there anymore. She helped raise me, and she bought me like my first Nintendo. She bought me my first car. And I really didn't show the appreciation like I should have. I didn't stay in touch like I should have. She was never married, and my dad died. She didn't really have many people. And I failed. I fucked up. And that's on me, you know. So it was a tough week. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went. And I'll probably go back. Even though she doesn't remember that I ever went there to begin with, I know. But hopefully you guys can learn from my failings and mistakes. Because I will in the future. I'll learn from them and I try to be better. And that's really all you can do in life, right? Sitting around dwelling on stuff doesn't help you. Doesn't change anything. Doesn't make you feel better. The best you can do is learn and try to be a better person. And then move on and put that knowledge to work for your life. And so that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, that was my sad story about my grandmother. And then I made all these AI art pictures. These sad-ass AI art pictures. Here they go. Look how depressing this shit is. AI thinks I'm really old for some reason. And it's fine. AI, you can think whatever you want to me about me, motherfucker. Everybody else calls me old. AI might as well too. And so anyway, and then another story. This is a little bit, I'm going to talk about this just to lighten the mood a little bit. Lighten our spirits, whatnot. So you guys remember that I'm playing New World again, right? It's like my obsession. So you guys remember how I am a sort of psycho a little bit? Like I get obsessed with things and then I experiment on them like a crazy person to just try to find the absolute best way to do things. And so one of the things I've done on New World is I've taught myself how to be a sniper that compete with the young kids. So I bought me this screen here. This is a monitor. And it's on you can't really see it very well, but it's on an arm, so I can move it out and I can move it as close to my face as I want to. So after much experimentation, I have discovered how to be the greatest sniper I can possibly be. So this is what I do, folks. It took a long time to experiment with this, and I know this is sound crazy because it is. I'm a nut. So I recline in my bed. I lay back. My bed, like it's a adjustable bed, so I adjust it up all the way. But I lay back, and then I put a pillow under my head, and I basically keep my head completely straight. And then I extend my arm completely straight on these bunch of pillows and stuff. So I only use my wrist and don't move my head. And then I move the screen as about 3 inches from my eyes. And then what I do is, it's almost cheating, folks. I know this is fucking crazy, but so at first what I was doing was I was taking these readers. These are 2x readers. They're like a pair of magnifying glasses on your eyes, and then putting the screen real close. And then I was like, hey, if one pair of glasses works, what about 2 pair of reader glasses at the same time? So I got a pair of 2x reading glasses and a pair of 3x reading glasses on top of those. So 5x on my fucking eyeballs. And holy shit, like you wouldn't think you'd be able to see so goddamn clear, but it is crystal clear when it's this close to your eyes. I can see individual fucking pixels, man. And here's the sad part. I still suck. I'm still terrible. Not as good as the good players, but I'm like mid-range, medium level now. And this is all I had to do to get it, so worth it. Definitely not insane, crazy in any way whatsoever. And so that is my story time with Dusty Smith. A little sad, a little happiness, and that's what I'll be doing after the end of the fucking show. And it's pretty fun, y'all. It's not cheating, really. Putting magnifying glasses in your eyes, that's not cheating, right? No, not in my opinion. And all right, cool. Let's go ahead and kick the show off tonight, folks. As always, gonna read the super chats at halftime. All the super chats, get your super chats in. It's only showing one from E. E already sent two. It's already fucking up the super chats. Did you not say anything? You didn't say anything. That's why I didn't put it up there. I didn't know if you didn't say anything, so I'm putting it up there. But I'm going to read E super chats. Hell yeah, good to see E. But be sure to get all your super chats in. Going to read every single one of them at halftime. A great way to support the show. Can immortalize yourself forever and ever and ever in the super chat. So do it. Do it to it, baby. And with that said, open your hymnals to page 1, everybody. You know what time it is. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Motherfuckers, it's religious bullshit. What time is it? Time for religious bullshit. Motherfucker bullshit. What? Hell yeah. Time for some religious bullshit. What do you mean there's all kinds of super chats? It only shows me 2. Was there more that came up than that? Because I don't know why it's not showing. Let's see. There's astronaut. No, astronauts didn't show up. All right, let me go ahead and read them before they disappear. And we'll read the ones that came up real quick because this thing's fucking up. Sorry about that. Danny Nerdnick, not showing yours up. Why is this thing trying to fuck me? I'm not doing anything wrong. My lungs are hugging this THC vapor in your honor. Oh, hi, Exalted Cult Leader. Hey, smoke it for me. I can't smoke it after the shows, so I'll live vicariously through you. Left Wing Rod, my buddy Rod. What's up, Rod? Hope you're doing well. New World, November 1st, fresh start. I'm not going to fresh start, Rod. I can't do it. I know this sounds pathetic, but I have over 2,000 hours in New World. I did the math, and that is 1/3 of my waking life over the last year playing this fucking game. And they're having these new servers where you can run a new character and start over again. And nobody else who's on the old servers can transfer to the new servers. So everybody's starting off on an equal foot. Was all kinds of bullshit that happened when the game launched. People were cheating and stuff. So they still had the advantages from all that cheating they did. So it's like new servers, everybody's clean and nobody can cheat. But I've already put 2,000 hours into this fucking character. So I'm not going to re-roll. I'm sorry. You need to come back to the server and play with me again, Rod. That's my answer to that. Sorry. And all right, Strenuous Flues, so good to see you live, D. Hey, good to be here, Strenuous Flues. I'm not that sad anymore. You are so sweet and smart. Well, I'm sweet. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. And 27 months being a death buddy. Woo! 27 months being the greatest human of all time. Give me $100. A great way to start. And then following up with the 50 I saw. Astronaut, love you, Dusty. Sending you love or not. Hey, I need the love and light. I need some pick-me-ups. And E's helping. Sorry for your loss. We know how you feel. Sierra lost her Meemaw. I'm sorry to hear that. And I know your dad died recently, so you've gone through a lot of heartache lately too, E. But hey, we're all in this together, and I sure appreciate you guys' support because it means the world to me. And all right, all the rest of them looks like they showed up. They're not showing up. What the fuck? Why are they not showing up? See, Catalina just sent me this. Oh, it did show up. It's not green. Okay. All right, they're showing up now. So cool. All the rest of the super chats gonna be read at halftime. So get your super chats in, folks. Fuck yeah. And first off, our religious bullshit tonight. Pastor Greg Locke don't give a fuck about nothing. He got witches in his church, but he ain't scared of fucking witches because he red-headed power and he knows how to do his spells and shit. And I guess this time he's mad because pronouns. Only demons use pronouns, which is not true. God repeatedly in the Bible calls himself I am, the great I am. Jesus referred to himself as the I am. Pronouns all over the place because they're just a basic part of English, but shh, it's easier to con idiots if you don't tell them the truth. Let's listen to Greg Locke do it like no one else can.
At the risk of getting the stream cut off.
Okay, who's gonna cut your stream off, dude? Don't you live stream to your own website? He's always gotta play the fucking victim. It's exhausting.
I find it interesting that every single time demons speak in the Bible, they always make an emphasis out of their pronouns.
Everybody does. They're like, woo, yeah!
Oh yeah, y'all don't want none of this.
It seems like they want a whole lot of it. It seems like you're just literally preaching to the choir, telling them exactly what they want to fucking hear. Even when they're cheering for what he's saying, he's like, y'all don't want me to say this. They're like, say it more. Oh man, I can't believe everybody wants me to say this. I can't believe how brave I am saying this shit that nobody wants me to say. Yeah, you say it. I mean, nobody has any problem with what you're saying. They love transphobia, dude. That's kind of the reason they're there at your circus tent, you goddamn clown.
Yeah, I'm going there right now.
Oh no, you going there, folks?
Right now, I'm going there.
Well, go there already, motherfucker.
It's what demons do.
It's what everybody does. It's just part of English.
What's your name? Oh, it's singular? Oh, that's cool. How you want me to address you? Us, they, them?
Okay, well, if it's a group of people, you do use us and they, if you don't know what their gender is. What else would you call them? Like if you had a friend and was talking about another friend of theirs, and they said, hey, my friend just went to the store today, and you didn't know the gender of their friend, you would ask, oh, what did they get? You just use they when you don't know. That's just how fucking English works, dude.
You see, it's been demonic for 2,000 years, and y'all want to play games with them.
All right, who?
Teaching your kids all that stupid, wicked nonsense.
Pronouns?
If you tell your kids that go to a public school that they ought to respect people by using proper pronouns, you're a sorry parent. You ought to be whooped.
Oh, yeah, it's the love of Christ. If you teach your kids respect and to be nice to people and not bully, you ought to be beat up. Oh, super cool. Love of Christ as always.
Yes, I said it.
Oh, you're so brave.
Sick of this garbage.
You sick of everything. You are always triggered about something, dude. You are the snowflake you were looking for.
Us, we, they, them. You born with what you born with. You a man or a woman, that's it. Anything else is demonic.
Okay, well, he and she are also pronouns, and if you don't know the gender, they. So even if you believe that, pronouns are still extremely useful and just a basic part of the English language.
It is evil. It is perverted.
It's none of those things.
It is wicked.
It's literally just basic
And it
language.
is a plan and a plot and an attack of the enemy on our children. Stop playing these stupid games.
It's not, it's just
I am who I am. I is who I is.
That's lots of pronouns you're using right there, dude. You just did it. Apparently, Steve is a demon. You know, or Greg. I call him Steve. Greg is a demon, folks. You just heard it there from his own mouth. Why else would he be using pronouns if he wasn't demonic? And then, my favorite dude in the world, wink. And also, regular viewer of the show, Jonathan Shelley. Want you guys to know that freedom of speech and freedom of religion, it don't mean what you guys think it means. Freedom of religion actually means...
America was always Christian, and it was built on Christian principles. It was built on the Bible. The variance in belief was within the realm of Christianity, saying, we're not going to tell you, here's your doctrinal statement from the Bible, but yeah, it was just carte blanche fact. Bible's the Word of God. The Bible is the ruling authority here. We're not saying when we have freedom of religion that you can be a Hindu. We're not saying when you have freedom of religion you can be a Muslim. We're saying you can be a Baptist or a Methodist. That's what they were saying.
You can be any kind of Christian you want to be, but you have to be a Christian. No other options. You got to believe some version of this bullshit, but believe in no version or any other type of bullshit, that's not allowed in America.
That's why it's so stupid when they try to have all these atheists get in there and try to secularize America or its history or its laws. I mean, our laws are coming from the Bible, folks.
No, the Bible stole their laws from an ancient Sumerian text, the laws of Chungamunga or something. I don't exactly remember the name of it is, but they predate the Bible by thousands of years. Nice try, fucko.
And our government was founded upon biblical principles and biblical ideals.
They specifically said
and
it wasn't.
so you cannot have a society where one part of the country wants to worship the devil in child sacrifice.
Literally, you are the only part that worships the devil or that even believes the devil exists. We don't even believe it exists. How the fuck are we going to worship it? And name one goddamn atheist that did a child sacrifice. What the fuck are you talking about?
And child sacrifice and murder and...
Who? Hammurabi. I was close. Chungamunga sounds a lot better. It rolls off the tongue.
Is antithetical to everything like family and marriage and morals and values, and then have another side trying to worship God at the same time. That doesn't mix.
Good. If one of them has to go, I say religion. Fuck off, because nothing loving about your evil bullshit. And then, folks, the opening prayers at the new convention that Eric Trump was at. He's all Q all the time. They're just leaning hard into it. This was the opening prayer.
Father God.
What?
We come to you in the name of Jesus.
Well, fuck off.
We're asking you to open the eyes of President Trump's understanding.
Okay, why? Like, I have questions. God is all powerful, right? And he's all knowing. So he can do anything, and he already knows everything long before it happened. He has all the information, much, much more information than you could possibly ever have. So why would you ask God to do anything? Because if it was part of his all-knowing plan, he was going to do it anyway. And if it's not part of his all-knowing plan, he's not going to do it regardless of what you say because he knows better than you. So what is the fucking point of this? It's nonsense. But please continue.
That he will know the time
He will know them time.
of divine intervention. He will know how to implement divine intervention.
Okay, so God is going to divinely interfere with Trump, but he requires you to ask him to tell Trump what is going on. What the fuck is wrong with your God? This is the most haphazard shit I've ever goddamn heard.
And you will surround him, Father, with none of this deep state trash.
He literally hired everybody that worked for him. He said they were the best people, and then when they quit, they ratted on him. He was like, they were the worst ever. I can't believe what a piece of shit these people are. After he promised he only hires the fucking best. What are you talking about?
None of this rhino trash.
This is
You'll
church, y'all.
surround him, people that you pick,
Would
with
he do
your
that anyway?
own mighty hand. In the name of Jesus.
Yes, please, God, do what we want you to do instead of what your plan already is. We know more than you. Ah, goddamn annoying. And last up, on religious bullshit, folks, my neighbor came over. You know the neighbor that I always talk about how I kiss his ass, because you got to be nice to your neighbors. You have to have like a good friendship with them, because if you have like bad neighbors, if there's beef, you don't even want to come home or live here. They can make your life a living hell. So, my neighbor doesn't have internet, y'all. He has no idea who I am, and he's never seen a single video I've ever put out. He doesn't know I'm an atheist, a broadcaster. He doesn't know that I've made videos debunking every single Christian argument. He doesn't know I've debated street preachers. Doesn't know any of that shit. So he's been trying to convert me to Christianity. And I gotta say, it's sort of adorable not knowing who I am and speaking to me about the Bible. Here is a Mid-Journey's version of him coming over. Made a whole couple of pictures. Yeah, here he is, showing me the Bible and explaining to me the stories. And I'm trying to be nice, but at the same time, I don't want to be fake. So I'm like, yeah, I think religion is good for some people. I think some people need that, and other people are just good without God. And he's like, no, everybody needs God. And he's trying to tell me his testimonial about how he was going crazy and almost in a mental institution, and then God saved him. He was reading some kind of book, and he was like, got filled with the Holy Spirit. And I was like, yeah, but that's just an anecdote, right? It's an anecdotal story. It's just your like personal info. It's not like a scientifically researched or peer-reviewed paper or anything, and it's hard to take it on your account. And he's like, no, trust me, it's true. And I was like, well, the whole story doesn't even make any sense. And he's like, what do you mean? God sent his only son to die for you. That's how much he loves you. He wants you to forgive you for your sins, and he loved you so much he killed his own son for you. And I was like, well, see right there, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, if you were all powerful and you could just forgive everybody of their sins, let me ask you, would you just forgive everybody of their sins? Or instead, would you torture and murder your son and then forgive them of their sins? How does that make any sense? And he's like, you don't understand. He loved us so much. And I was like, Melvin, I shouldn't have said his name. I was like, Melvin, let me ask you a question. You have some kids. Is there anything your children could ever do, including not loving you, that would make you torture them for even 5 minutes, much less an eternity? And his eyes got real big, and I said, see, you're more moral than the God you worship. And he's like, it's different. It's God. He can do what he wants to. Satan is just making you not believe. And I was like, but it doesn't make any sense. Nothing is making me not believe except for these silly stories. And so, anyway, he working on me, folks. We'll see. Maybe he'll convert me. Wink. Don't hold your breath. And all right, that's my religious bullshit. What you got to say, Dada Sexy Paws? Will you turn Jesus into the IRS? I turn all these motherfuckers in the IRS. If Jesus existed and he was anything like the Bible, he'd probably be all right, walk around healing people for free and shit. I wouldn't turn him in for that. If he gets up there and turns to Republican Jesus, though, hell yeah, turn his ass in a heartbeat. A total Melvin. Shh, don't tell me. Don't tell anybody. I told you guys his name. I love you. That's your story about your grandma really moved me. Don't bring that up again. I don't want to cry no more. I make fun of Jordan Peterson for crying a lot. But see, the thing is, what Jordan Peterson cries about is nonsense. And what I cry about is at least something you should shed a few tears for. So not a hypocrite. You were so nice, Dusty. I'm pretty nice sometimes, and then other times I'm a giant dick. It just depends on the subject matter. Maybe we'll convert him. I actually asked him that. He said, that's why God put me in your life. God put me in your life to work on you. And I said, what if God put me in your life to get you to stop believing in him? And he's like, well, it's not going to happen. And I was like, I'm just kidding. I know, Melvin. I know it's not going to happen. I remember thinking to myself, I believe this wholeheartedly, and there's literally not a single thing on this earth, not a single word or piece of information or evidence of any type that would ever, ever, ever make me stop believing in this stuff. I remember having that feeling. And of course, I was wrong, because my mind is logical, and once your mind is logical and it receives logic, you can't help but to change your mind. It's not even a choice, right? It's like if somebody shows you the color of red and then you're asked to stop remembering what the color red is. You can't do that because you've seen it, right? Peterson is a hysterical weenie, I know, right? He's on the wrong types of drugs and he's just an emotional mess. Transitive justice is also a moral. I know it definitely is. I'm gonna explain that to him more in a later session. But I want to he didn't come over today. He usually comes over every day, so hopefully I didn't fuck everything up by just mildly questioning his religion. We'll see what happens. So moving right along, folks. Let's do the trash world. Trash world. Trash world. It's dumpster fire. It's so hairless. Trash world. Trash world. My neighbor gonna convert me to Christianity, y'all. Trash world. Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck that was. My Halloween edition of Trash World, which was also trash. So fitting, very fitting. And first off on Trash World, so you guys remember on the last show, I showed you this video from Kanye West daring Adidas to break his contract because now he's spewing anti-Semitic bullshit.
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what?
Now what? Yeah. I can say racism was a choice. I can say slavery wasn't so bad. I can say anything. Now what, Adidas? Well, apparently the deal is he's been trying to get out of his contract with Adidas for a long time because he found out that when he sells his own shoes, he makes a shit ton of money. So a lot of this bullshit racism and anti-Semitism is just him trying to make more fucking money because of course he is. He's a giant human piece of garbage. And now there's been a big campaign to push Adidas to let him out of his contract, which is what he wants to begin with. And unfortunately for Adidas, yeah, their stock is crashing. Hopefully they have some kind of morality clause in there where they could just sue him and stuff for trying to find fucked up ways to get out of his contract by making people hate him. But the sad news is, even after he gets out of his Adidas contract, he's still going to sell $1 billion worth of shoes, because that's how stupid our fucking society is and how obsessed and addicted certain people are to sneakers. I have no idea why. They're just fucking shoes. Get the hell over it, people. And then these are the consequences of shit like what Kanye is doing out there. Seen in California. Honk if you know Kanye is right about the Jews. GoyimTV.tv. You got too many TVs in there. Goyim.tv was taken. You guys had to register GoyimTV.tv. Really? So here they are doing the Nazi salute. Super cool, Kanye. You're such an inspiration. Real proud of you, buddy. And then, I know you guys heard this one, but apparently Kanye hired Camille Vasquez, which is the lawyer Johnny Depp used to beat Amber Heard in her trial. Judges love her now because they've turned the entire Johnny Depp trial into like this anti-feminist war, basically, where Amber Heard is now the face of feminism, and it's proof that feminism is bullshit and stuff, and she helped destroy Amber Heard on the stand and make her look foolish, so she is the hero to the chuds now. So of course, Kanye West hired her immediately and said, yeah, I'm yay. You're gonna be my lawyer. Hell yeah. Let's see what the Jews have to say about that. Yeah. It wasn't racist. That's not racist, because that's how Kanye sounds. Anyway, good on you, Kanye. And the next thing you know, she's no longer Kanye's lawyer. Yeah, one day she was only his lawyer for 1 day. Kanye West reportedly hires Depp lawyer Caramel, and then she fired him after the second day because he was too racist for her, I guess. And she was like, no thanks. So only took you one day, Kanye, to lose your lawyer. Love to see it. Also, one of his talent representative companies have dropped him. Apparently it was just the company that does his tours, and he hasn't got on tour yet, so they didn't do very much work for him. But hopefully everybody will fucking drop him, but it almost seems like that's what he wants. So I have mixed feelings about it. And then you guys heard about Liz Truss. So apparently after what's that clown's name who was the prime minister before over there, the Trumpish clown guy. Anyway, he was a conservative douchebag, Boris Johnson. He fucked everything up, right? And so he basically had to resign. So they put this other clown in there, this other conservative fucking idiot, and she was like, hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower a bunch of rich people's taxes and give trillions of dollars in tax cuts to the rich and not have any way to pay for it whatsoever. And the economy was like, oh, what? So everybody basically started selling their stock, and Britain's economy collapsed and shit pretty bad. And so she was only in there for 6 weeks, and she already fucking resigned. They were like, hell no, you gotta go. So what do you expect? That's what conservatives always do. They fuck shit up. Maybe you guys should stop putting them in office. And I tell you that story to tell you this story. Apparently there's a meme going around. Is she going to outlast a head of lettuce? So Daily Star lettuce. On October 14, 2022, the British tabloid newspaper The Daily Star began a live stream of an iceberg lettuce next to a photograph of Liz Truss, the recently appointed Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. This followed an opinion piece in The Economist that compared the brevity of Truss' premiership to the shelf life of lettuce, with the October 22nd United Kingdom government crisis occurring just weeks into her tenure and leading many commenters to opine that Truss's resignation would be imminent. She announced her resignation as Prime Minister on the 20th of October 2022 before the lettuce had wilted, leading the Daily Star to declare the lettuce a victory over Truss. So now you guys know the lettuce story. So I told you that story to tell you this story to tell you this story. So the next thing you know, Elon Musk, he might as well be Kanye West. Elon Musk is having a Twitter conversation with one of the lead Russian propagandists. This guy used to be the president of Russia. He was put in office by Vladimir Putin. He's like one of Vladimir Putin's lackeys. And then when Vladimir Putin decided he wanted to be leader again, this guy stepped aside to let Vladimir Putin run. So this is basically one of Vladimir Putin's right fucking hand people, his mouthpiece for propaganda. And he tweeted out, bye-bye, Truss Liz. Congrats on lettuce. So that's the lettuce story, so you guys are filled in. To which Elon Musk decides to reply to Russian mouthpiece Dmitry Medvedev. Pretty good troll, to be honest. No, I mean, it's fine, but Elon is so easily impressed by everything. And then he goes, by the way, how's it going in Bakhmut? Yeah, let's just have some nice, polite conversation with these evil fucking warmongers who are attacking other countries, murdering innocent people, and raping and killing, and sending innocent young men off to their death. Yeah, let's be cool with them, Elon. Why fucking not? To which Dmitry says to Elon, see you in Moscow on Victory Day. Yay! Super cool, Elon. Elon to zero, everybody. Do not buy a Tesla. Once again, I'm not saying you should key every Tesla car you see. Fuck off, Elon! Sucks. And then he whining because some people anyway, are upset with him buying Twitter, or like they're interested in it, or it's like a topic of conversation. And somebody posted, hey, nobody had much of a problem when Jeff Bezos, the other richest man in the world, bought a Washington Post, but they have a big problem with you. And then Elon's like, yeah, that's true. Good point. But it's not a good point at all. First off, you guys watch the show, you know, I talk all the fucking time about how Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post. Whenever I talk about Elon Musk, I'm always putting them in the same light, that rich people buy up all the media for the same fucking reasons, you know? They want mouthpieces for their narratives and their agenda. But also it's way different because I don't get to write for the Washington Post, and neither do millions of other people, but we all have our own Twitter accounts. And so Elon's buying Twitter affects us way, way more than Jeff Bezos buying the Washington Post. And also, people are talking about it because you're such a fucking clown. You offered $44 billion for it, and then you try to back out of the deal, and then you got sued, and now you're buying it again. So it's because of the whole circus you put around this whole situation that makes people talk about it. So he wants to be controversial, be on the spotlight, and then he wants to bitch about people talking about him. Classic fucking Elon. But the good news is, this guy's such a fucking moron. I mean, I know he's smart. He's the richest man in the world. I know Elon. Calling Elon is a moron is not very fair, considering he's way more successful than I am in every considerable metric, except for probably happiness and having fun in life, which I am beating the shit out of him. So really, by the most important metric, I am way more successful than him. But anyway, nobody counts those things. They count money and status, and Elon has those in droves. So he's not an idiot, but he's such an egomaniac. He can't shut his fucking mouth for a goddamn week. So this year alone, he has lost $110 billion. Dude has like lost more money than anybody else has ever even fucking made. That's what a goddamn megalomaniac big mouth this guy is. It's crazy to watch him implode week in and week out. And then here's a sad story. Well, first off, let's start off on a positive note. So you guys remember back in the 70s, Marlon Brando, who's a nutty character, but he's also seems like he's trying to be a pretty decent guy. So he don't want to show up to no award show and shit because he's too good for that, and he also is too cool for it. So instead, he's trying to do some good, right? So he sent an ambassador, Sacheen Littlefeather, who is I guess a civil rights representative for American Indians. She's doing all kinds of work over the years to try to draw attention to Native American problems and to, you know, spread awareness about what's happening to the Native American people. And so he sent her up on stage to give a speech instead of himself, where she could call out and bring attention to the plight of Native Americans.
Hello, my name is Sacheen Littlefeather. I'm Apache, and I'm president of the National Native American Affirmative Image Committee. I'm representing Marlon Brando this evening, and he has asked me to tell you in a very long speech, which I cannot share with you presently because of time, but I will be glad to share with the press afterwards, that he very regretfully cannot accept this very generous award. And the reasons for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry. Excuse me.
They booed her. So I'm glad they booed her, but John Wayne, who is an incredible racist piece of shit, they said they had to hold her back because he was wanting to drag her off the fucking stage. That's how evil he is. He's played cowboy so many times in movies that he actually thinks Indians, Native Americans, are like they are in the fucking propaganda movies he plays. So, yeah, the Academy Award has apologized to Native actress Sacheen Littlefeather. This was a couple years ago. After the abuse she endured for her 1973 Oscar speech on behalf of Marlon Brando, Littlefeather graciously accepted the apology. Regarding the Academy's apology to me, we Indians are very patient people. It's only been 50 years. We need to keep our sense of humor about this at all times. It's our method of survival. So yay! Nice lady with a completely happy ending. And let's just stop. Oh yeah, she was a fake Indian, folks. She wasn't actually Native American. Sacheen Littlefeather faked Native American ancestry, says family. Yep, our entire lives are lies. Everybody's a con artist. Everybody's fake. Sacheen Littlefeather, the activist who famously stood in for Marlon Brando to refuse the Best Actor Oscar in 1973 faked a Native American ancestry, her family have said. In an article in the San Francisco Chronicle, Littlefeather's sister Rosalind Cruz and Trudy Orlandi said that their sisters' claim to have Apache and Yaqui ancestry through her father was a lie and a fantasy. Orlandi told the Chronicle, "It's a lie. My father was who he was. His family came from Mexico, and my dad was born in Oxnard, California." Cruz added, "It is a fraud. It's disgusting to the heritage of the tribal people, and it's just insulting to my parents." Littlefeather died in October, shortly after receiving a formal apology from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, the body who organizes the Oscar, for the way she was treated at the 1973 ceremony. However, the article's author, Jacqueline Keeler, reports that Littlefeather's birth name was Marie Louise Cruz, and that she has found no evidence of any connection or claim that her father, Manuel Ybarra Cruz, had to Native American ancestry. Cruz and Orlandi also refuted Littlefeather's claims of childhood poverty and parental abuse. Cruz said, "My father was deaf, and he had lost his hearing at 9 years old through meningitis. He was born into poverty. His father, George Cruz, was an alcoholic who was violent and used to beat him, and he was passed to foster homes and family. But my sister, Sacheen, took what happened to him. The best way that I could think of summing up my sister is that she created a fantasy. She lived in a fantasy and she died in a fantasy." Orlandi added, "My father, George, he was an alcoholic. My dad never drank, my dad never smoked, and she was also blasted him and said my father was mentally ill. My father was not mentally ill. Sachin did not like herself. She didn't like being Mexican. So yes, it was better for her that way to play someone else." So, yikes. God damn it. This whole fucking world is just trash top to fucking bottom. Holy shit. And another example. Leslie Jordan dead. No. Little fella. No, he was only 67. That was pretty young. He wasn't that really god-awful show, Strays? Is that? No, that's not it. Something about the cat. Whatever it is. The one with the chick from the Big Bang Theory. It's just a terrible show. But he was funny on Will and Grace. Been a lot of stuff. He's a real likable character. Or he was. So, rest in power, little fella. You'll be missed. God damn it. And that's my trash world. What you got to say about that, folks? Are we sad about Leslie? Dude, I know. Bad this week. Bad. Her real Native American name was Pisses and Sig. She just died. She dead. Strawberry Fields Forever. I mean, Brando didn't want to talk about Hollywood and show business when he was at home. Yeah, I mean, Brando clearly was trying to do what he thought was right and had no idea she was a phony and a fraud. But man, the balls on that chick to get in front of the Academy Award as a fake Native American and just lean into the role. Got some Rachel Dolans in her a little bit. I'm sorry, but I don't know who that guy was. You don't know who the little guy was? You ever seen Will and Grace? You never seen Will and Grace? How you on the left never seen Will and fucking Grace? Want to pull your lefty card? You've been in all kinds of stuff. Little fella. All right, cool. Next up, folks, are rolling right along. We're already 45 minutes in. I said it was going to be a short show. I'm such a goddamn liar. Let's do Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody! I don't know what the fuck that was. First time with Beyond Parody, we finally got audio. I showed you guys this Good Liars clip the last show, but we didn't have the audio for it, and now the heroes, go subscribe to the Good Liars, at the Good Liars, have provided us the full clip of him giving Herschel Walker some condoms. Let's have a look.
Herschel,
yes, sir.
I got you some condoms.
Yes, hey,
if you wear
the
condoms,
what we're gonna do is
you won't get the girls. You won't get the girls pregnant, and you won't have to pay for the abortions. Here, take them. Take the condoms. Get out of here. What? The condoms for him. I thought he didn't want the condoms. Will you just hand him one of them? He's had to pay for the abortions. Here, just put it in his pocket. Herschel.
Herschel's like, I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you an autograph. I want a fucking autograph. I want you to quit having kids out of wedlock. You said that was bad. Use some condoms. Won't have to pay for so many abortions anymore. Love me some Good Liars. And then, folks, God is all powerful, but there is one thing that God does not know,
For a moment as this, the Lord has prepared me, because he's told me that it ain't the color of your skin, but the content of your character. And God don't know the color of your skin, he knows your heart.
What? God don't know the color of your skin? Even I know what the color of your skin is. You telling me that I know shit that the all-powerful, all-knowing God doesn't know? Pfft, I always expected God was sort of a fucking idiot. So that makes sense, Herschel. Thank you for clarifying. Let me know. And then, folks, you know who was super evil and trying to destroy our country? Mexicans. Yeah, Mexicans. I mean, yeah, most of the people coming across the border from Mexico are like Venezuelan and stuff. A lot of families, a lot of kids. They're just trying to find a better life for themselves and their family and their children and all that. But no, they're evil. You know how evil they are, folks? They trying to kill your children with free drugs.
And one of the problems we got is, guys, you know, Halloween is right around the corner. And now the people of China and Mexico are dressing fentanyl up to look like candy. So I want you to be very vigilant when you're taking your kids on Halloween, because there's a new war in town. And that war is China. That war is China, because China don't like us. And
that's right, China and Mexico, them Chinese people coming over here and giving drugs to your kid to murder all your kids. I mean, like, they would go to jail forever. They would catch anybody that did that. If they have houses here, they'd probably lose their houses. And literally no one in the history of mankind has ever given kids drugs. This is no wives' tale, fear-mongering, but hey, this is racism 101, folks. Trying to make you afraid of brown people, so you see them as the enemy, as somebody who's coming to our country to destroy it, when the absolute opposite is true. They're trying to make America better while they just help themselves and their families. That's all they're trying to do. So sick, Herschel Walker. And then on Beyond Parody, dude, is that PetSmart with his two little, what are those, shit soodles? I don't know, little bitty dogs. But look how badass this doughy old white guy is, wearing a shirt that says, "Never ever think that the reason I am peaceful is because I forgot how to be violent." That's right. Never forget that at any second I could just murder every single one of you. Just at a fucking whim, I could just pull out my gun and kill you all. Never forget. Oh, slow down, badass. I'll never forget what a giant fucking piece of shit you are. Remembered forever, dude. You're so tough in the PetSmart, you little fat dogs. I'm scared. And then, last time we saw Alex Jones, he was laughing at the jury. He was like, "Give me another $10 million verdict. Give me another $100 million verdict. Might as well be $1 trillion. You guys ain't getting none of this. I love it. I love it." Yeah, he's trying to get a new trial, folks. Yep. Next thing you know, he's like, "Oopsies. Turns out I don't want to have to pay $1 billion to people. Give me a new trial." But I don't think he's going to have very much success, you know, since you didn't show up to your first trial until the second part of it. So I think you're fucked, Alex Jones. Hope they put him in a really small efficiency apartment for the rest of his life. That would be amazing. And then I should have put this after this picture right here, because this guy in this next clip reminds me of this guy. These fake fucking badasses. Their lives didn't go the way they planned, and they don't really like themselves all that much, so they have to put on this air of bravado and badassness. So this guy has been planning for a doomsday scenario his entire life. Him and his buddy prep for a living. They sit around all day and they fret about how horrible the world is going to collapse and be destroyed, and so they plan for it. I used to do that long ago. It's terrible and boring. So anyway, here's when shit gets real. They're in a little, I guess like a blind. They're in a little room together, shooting their big guns they bought. And this is how fake tough guys they are. Let's have a look at this.
Rifle has a 100-round capacity magazine, which is recommended for ambush situations because it can sustain a high volume of fire. Because the firing power is so great, it is outfitted with a muzzle brake to reduce recoil and increase accuracy.
Target acquired, Tom.
Target acquired, Tom.
In the hole.
Here we go.
No, you're not bleeding. You don't have any discharge. Does it hurt at all?
I can't hear you. Oh my God. Damn it, Steve.
Oh my God. I'm so hurt. You fired a big gun next to my head.
Yeah.
Shit just got real. I can't believe I wasn't in shape to have a gun go off next to my head. I've trained so hard for this. Oh my God. They're super tough. They're definitely going to survive the apocalypse,
Now
y'all.
that you're laying down,
Things are spinning.
Muzzle brakes reduce recoil, but they can increase sound volume to more than 140 decibels and cause serious injury. When Steve fired his shot from inside the hunting blind, the high volume noise inside the confined space might have caused Tom to lose his hearing, even with his ear protection on.
can you hear me at all? I need
How you gonna survive the roaming gangs that come and steal your shit once the shit hits the fan, right? You're gonna collect all food and guns and shit, and some real badasses are gonna take it from you, fatty.
Answer my question. Can you get your blood pressure? Let you lay down, cool off, calm down a little bit.
I saw the shell eject toward the windows. It wasn't near his face or anything. I'm not coming up with excuses or explanations or anything. I don't know what happened.
Your blood pressure's a little bit high.
What a lie.
We have an ambulance on the way.
After 4 years of planning for a dirty bomb attack together, Steve's mistake might be the end of their prepping partnership.
They have a partnership because of the dirty bomb going off. I'm rooting for the dirty bomb, I gotta say. I think you guys are doomed. And then one more on Beyond Parody, folks. Holy shit. Super alpha male Nick Adams. Remember this guy? Remember you guys Nick Adams. Let's search for Nick Adams just to refresh your guys' brains on who Nick Adams is. Oh, nope, I misspelled Nick, not niche. Nick Adams. Here he is. Remember this guy, Nick Adams? That's the guy I'm about to make fun of.
G'day guys, Nick Adams here. I know that my tweeting about alpha males has caused quite the stir. Here's what I want you to know. I do not back down at all from anything that I have been tweeting about alpha males and white, straight, Christian men being the most persecuted group in the United States of America.
That's right, folks. I'm not bucking down at all. Alpha males like me have to stand up for ourselves, okay? And this is my Australian accent, and it's a dead ringer, all right? Aussie and whatnot, eh? Anyway, he tweeting out Nick Adams, alpha male. He telling us a story. It's story time with alpha male Nick Adams. He's like, I was at a butcher shop looking for my 38-ounce tomahawk steak when my butcher and I started discussing price increases. Suddenly, I was forced to settle for a 28-ounce porterhouse. But he told me that he voted for Biden in 2020, but will never vote for Democrat again due to Biden inflation. So, I can just imagine this happening, folks. First off, you can't afford a 38-ounce tomahawk anymore. I thought you were an alpha male, Nick. Are things really that hard? We have to settle for a 28-ounce porterhouse? But like literally, I can just see this guy sitting around talking with this dipshit butcher about the woke movements, about the culture war, and he'd be like, yeah, it's getting crazy out there, mate. Did you hear about the trans people? I have a little niece. She's like 4 years old, and they have a 40-year-old man with a wig playing on a kickboxing team. On a kickball team. He doesn't even kick the ball. He just runs around and he just kicks the little children around. Did you hear about that? And the butcher's like, yeah, man, that's crazy as shit. Like last week, they brought a cow in here for me to butcher, and I went back there to butcher it, and it turned out it was just a high school girl pretending to be a cow, and they made me butcher anyway. It's the law. You gotta pretend like they're what they say they are. I served her up to you on a platter last week. And he's like, yeah, mate, that's crazy. I can just imagine that was the conversation they must have had. All right, that's my Beyond Parody. What you guys got to say about that? Shout and sweet. Tomahawk steaks are effing great, though. Don't know the difference. The only kind of steak I would eat normally, I don't eat meat too much, is top blade. Top blade, because they just melt in your mouth. They're very fucking tender. Crikey, mate, that's not a knife. That's a knife. Yeah, Crocodile Dundee. Crocodile Dundee. The 80s ruled. Macho Man. He's so tough, isn't he? I'm 46 minutes late. Well, you know the rules. No forgiveness. Furries. I hear they're delicious. Guess we'll find out someday. And all right. get off. What we gonna do next? It's time for... Oh, that was it. Time for halftime. Hell yeah. Already almost an hour into the show. And it's halftime. Halftime. Cats fucking with the camera. Halftime. Hell yeah. And folks, why aren't you a patron? Why? I don't understand. Don't I entertain you? Don't I work hard on this show? I'm not worth $1 or $2 or 10 or $1 million, whatever you can afford. Don't you have extra for Dusty? Please, sir, can I have some more? There is a link in the description to my Patreon. Why don't you do it? Pay the man. And all right, let's read the super chats, folks. Let's do it. Pennsylvania sending out a buttload of love your way, Dusty. Hey, I could use 2 buttloads of love. They're delicious. Super duper lame. You're not, though. You're amazing. Thanks for the $4.99. Gigahertz, do you ever do gaming streams with fans? I used to play New World on Twitch, but only like 10 people watch, so I quit doing it. And also, it's boring to watch me play games, unfortunately. It's actually not any more boring. It's actually more exciting watching me play games than it is watching literally anybody else on the planet. But it's literally boring as shit to watch anybody on the planet play video games. I have no idea why people do that. It's crazy. Except for Amaranth. I understand why people watch her play video games. It's because she has a really big personality. Jason Ashby, $40 Canadian. What up? I will take your funny money. You're amazing, Jason Ashby, and sexy too. Catalina Gearbox, $5 playing Grounded. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I love Rick Moranis. Dude literally is a hero. He left Hollywood to raise his kids. That's some real shit right there. Cuban Lover, $2. Here's $2, Dusty. Hey, I'll take it. Cuban Lover, good to see you tonight. Irish Pride, $1. Thank you, Irish Pride. Cuban Lover, $10. If the blanker knew anything, the founding fathers tolerated more than one religion and maybe atheism too. I think Washington attended Christian, Jewish, and Muslim services. Yeah, and also, who gives a fuck what they thought? Old boomers are basically primitives compared to today. I think we should just update and move past those guys. $20 from Cole James. Very generous. Good to see you tonight, Cole. Hope you're well. Parker Acquired $9.99. I know what you mean about not wasting time you have with loved ones. My grandma and aunt go to my dad's a lot since he died. They ignored him when he was alive all the time. Yep. And my grandma was right. It's too late. I'm too late. It's fucked up. Sweater wearing a tree. Rachel Dullenzaw has an OnlyFans. Does she? She's probably doing pretty well, to be honest with you. The freaks get all the money. And April S., $100. What? So generous from April S. I'm going to take you so seriously. You're not going to believe how seriously I take your question. I'll even read it sexy. I hurt my back last Monday. I bet you did. So I've been laid up in bed most of the time. Tell me more. Getting old is the pets. Ooh, I like pets. Happy to catch the live stream tonight. Love you, Dusty. Oh, April, I love you back. Yeah, not creepy at all. Yo, I really love fucking E. The greatest person in the whole goddamn world is E. I'm gonna have come and visit and take you out for steak and more margaritas. Dude, please come and take me out for steak. Man, I want to hang out so bad. There's a new Mexican place in town. It's not racist to say that, is it? I'm just kidding. There's a new Mexican place just up in town. I want to go eat some margaritas there. Come hang out. Love you, E. I hope you're doing well. Let me hear from you. Heavy Chai, $5. Take $5 of my money. I will, Heavy Chai. Thank you for supporting the greatest show in the history of mankind. You rule! As do you all. And I'm going to read the rest of the super chats at the end of the show. So you still got plenty of time to support the greatest show in history and also immortalize yourself forever and ever and ever. And so do it. If you got something you want me to read, super chat it. But now, as usual, after the super chats, we're going to do a little of this. It's the Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about chuds, then we make fun of them. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, we do. And so back in March, folks, Trump was trying to get his cult to buy him a new airplane. Because why wouldn't he? He's a billionaire, an incredibly successful businessman. But why buy your own plane when you're basically a cult leader? He doing what the televangelists do. He's like, buy me a plane, motherfucker. So Trump's PAC is fundraising for a new Trump Force One jet after a plane he was traveling in was forced to make an emergency landing. Former President Trump is fundraising for a new Trump Force One. The Trump Save America PAC sent an email on Wednesday titled Update Trump Force One, touting reveal of a new Trump plane. Trump's PAC sent the message just hours after news broke that a plane Trump was traveling in was forced to make an emergency landing in New Orleans. The fundraiser email said Trump had a very important update on his plane. So important, folks. It urged potential donors to recall how Trump used to travel the country in his own Trump Force One before he became the greatest president of all time. The email included an animated looped GIF of a plane taking off, along with the words, "Do you want to see President Trump's new plane?" The link, however, goes to a site asking for monthly recurring donations of up to $2,500. I need to trust that you won't share it with anyone. My team is building a brand new Trump Force One, said the message. It was super secret. That's why he was emailing it to all these strangers, folks. Shh, mum's the word. The construction of the plane has been under wraps. You're literally emailing about it. How under wraps could it possibly be? Not even the fake news media knows about it. They don't have your emails. And I can't wait to unveil it for everyone to see, it continued. And the checkbox to automatically donate every month is automatically checked for you. That's how they screw over old people that don't know what the fuck they're doing and steal their money. So cool. ABG, always be grifting. So a couple months later, and apparently it's done. And conservatives are kind of freaking out about it now, y'all. Here's the plane. They're like, see, he's bringing back Trump Force One. That means he's the president again. It's basically his version of Air Force One. Would he have a Trump Force One if he wasn't really the president? No, see? And so they're all excited about it, and all the chuds on Twitter are shilling for him. Here's little baby Dr. Evil, Stephen Miller, says, on the maiden flight of the newly inaugurated Trump Force One with America's greatest president. Yep, ugly plane, to be honest with you. And then Nick Adams, who we just talked about, super amazing alpha male Nick Adams, says Trump Force One is real. America's Air Force One, but it's not. America's Air Force One is America is Air Force One. You know, that's it's because Trump's not the president. You know, the president flies Air Force One. So anyway, all the rubes at the latest Trump rally, which they had 4 or 5 of them this week for some reason. I guess I think, I don't know. Maybe there's only one. I'm not sure. But anyway, he flew it overhead. And the crowd was just in a tizzy.
I'm being told that this might be what?
Yeah, it's an airplane.
This
so
is Trump
cool.
Force One. Wait over here. Can you get a? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the sky as Trump Force One makes its inaugural debut.
Definitely
Put your
cool,
hands
folks.
together and let's make some noise for our favorite president, Donald J. Trump.
Just full televangelist. Yay! There's our God on the airplane. He'll be here in like 2 hours. We need to stand here and wait. And Mind Pillow is so happy. Yay! Wow, an airplane. We've never seen an airplane before. It's so cool and beautiful. I'm sure glad we bought that for the billionaire Trump. That was nice of us. And then at the rally, folks, this Karen MAGA needs to speak to the manager of Trump, I guess, because she's got an important message for him.
I have a message from the Lord for him, and I need to get that message to him to tell him that he is to call this nation to fast, pray, and repent, including himself and all the leaders, even faith leaders, because...
She's calling for Trump to fast. Uh-huh. You've seen Trump, right?
God wants his people back, and he wants Trump back, and Trump used to...
How did God lose his people if he's all powerful? Please explain that to me.
Surround himself with faith leaders, and then COVID hit, and he was separated from faith leaders. And, you know, he thinks he's fighting flesh, and he's actually fighting a bigger in a bigger realm that he maybe doesn't understand or no one's explained it to him. And I don't know if he's surrounded around people that just won't let us get this message to him, but it's important for I've been traveling the United States identifying those leaders that can be assembled that understand the spiritual war that we're in. So
how can you tell who's spiritual and who's not? How did you get this information?
It's not Bianca, it is God. I'm sorry. Because he gives me that. He is telling me these are the people that my remnant that I want to be called to bring this country back.
Man, I just love how God communicates with us. I mean, he could like just beam the message into all of our heads at the same time. Just give us the thoughts and let us know that he's real. But instead, he chooses people like this, one person, and then he talks to them and gets them to try to convince all the rest of us it's true. That's the best way to communicate, if you ask me. That and dreams. Dreams also very effective. So God, as always, super genius. Amazing plan. And holy shit, it's so fucking weird, y'all. This is so dystopian on so many levels. So first off, he's making a rape joke here. It's so funny. Talk about people getting raped in prison, and it's so hilarious. No, that's a real serious thing. It's awful. But of course, his cult, all these fucking evil douchebags laughing about it. At the same time, not only is he making a rape joke here, he's threatening journalists that, hey, if you don't give up your anonymous sources, which is part of what they have to have out there so they can get whistleblowers to tell them things. If you don't give up your anonymous sources and your whistleblowers, we're going to put you in prison until you're raped so many times you give it up. Dude is possibly going to be the president again, was the president, making rape threats against journalists, y'all. This is how far we've fallen. And they love him for it, and they think it's hilarious.
Made public. In this country, they leak all over the place, even on the Supreme Court. By the way, you have to find the leaker of the Supreme Court. You have to find the leaker. You know how you find the leaker? They'll say, oh, this is treasonous, what I said. So they can't find the leaker. He leaked all about Roe v. Wade. Look, this person leaked from the Supreme Court. Never happened. You know how you find? But they don't want to mention this because they think it's so terrible. You take the writer, because you're never going to find it. They're going through phone records. It's been a long time. You take the writer and or the publisher of the paper, a certain paper that you know, and you say, who is the leaker? National Security. And they say, we're not going to tell you. They say, it's okay, you're going to jail. And when this person realizes that he is going to be the bride of another prisoner very shortly,
rape.
He will say,
they're laughing about
I'd very
rape.
much like to tell you exactly who that leaker. It was Bill Jones. I swear he's a leaker, and we got him. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. But that's the only way you're going to find.
Yeah, people in power hate whistleblowers. So what they feel about them, folks? Yeah, let's just put journalists in jail and get raped until they tell us who their sources are. No more whistleblowing. And they're like, yeah, we love you, Trump. Rape all the journalists so no one ever tells us anything again. It's just so crazy how fucking far this goddamn country has fallen. And then, apparently, folks, all right, this is not in the clip I thought it was. This is even creepier. This is so fucking weird, y'all. So Trump is about to start talking about the time that he tried to overthrow the government and install himself as a dictator. And the crowd cuts him off because they start singing a patriotic song over his talk about overthrowing the government. Watch how weird this is.
Christ. These are the people we have. But remember this, January 6th, this committee, the two things they didn't talk about, two things, was that the people went down there and you could have had over 1 million people.
Definitely not a cult, folks. They're so patriotic, aren't they, trying to overthrow the government, try to disband our democracy, overturn the will of the people. So patriotic. I did not laugh about the Proud Boys getting raped in prison. I do not make prison rape jokes. So nope, I certainly did not do that. Go look. And Then here he is, folks. Remember when Joe Biden instituted communism in this country?
Before our very eyes, Biden and his left-wing handlers are turning America into a police state. And I don't even think it's Biden, to be honest with you. But they got some bad people around. Like something straight out of a communist country. See, I used to say socialist, but we've skipped socialism. We don't talk about that. I don't even mention it anymore. We're not socialists anymore. We're communists. We've gone over socialism. We're gone. It's over. It's communist. They're talking about communists. It's a communist system that we're
literally nobody's talking about communism. Here's the funny part. Like, I'm not even a lefty. If you look at the worldwide scale, I'm like right in the center. Because this country is so far to the right. Joe Biden is on the right, if you look at a worldwide scale. He is so far from communism and also so far from socialism, which is a step before communism. It's just, of course, reality means nothing to these people. Words mean nothing. Just throw every buzzword at the wall you can possibly throw until something sticks. And so much of the shit sticks to his crew, obviously. And then, folks, apparently Trump is thinking about picking Marjorie Taylor Greene to be vice president. And, like, who's to say this won't happen? I would not be surprised to see this happening because Trump values one thing and one thing only: blind loyalty. Doing what he says at all times and never questioning. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is Johnny on the spot for everything Trump wants. She absolutely would try to overthrow the government like Pence would not do. So, I told you guys she is the most popular conservative congressperson. That's how crazy they become. So prepare yourself to see much more of her when she is Trump's running mate. And here's our new vice president, folks.
COVID-19 has only killed just over 1,400 children under the age of 18 since June 4th of 2020.
That's right, folks. It's only killed 1,400 kids. That's all. Only 1,400. So basically like nothing. It's almost like 0 kids died when it's only 1,400. Who cares? Vote for me. Come on, asteroid, where you at? Even though NASA can apparently knock asteroids off course now. I can't even fucking root for asteroids anymore. Thanks, NASA. But at least some good news. Here's where her blind loyalty to Trump has got her. And also, here's my cool trick on getting rid of this thing that won't let you view the thing. Just go into the incognito window and paste this in there. Apparently, she lost a lot of money betting on Trump's Truth Social website. Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has experienced a large financial loss a year after she heavily invested in a company that's set to merge with President Donald Trump's Truth Social platform. On August 22nd, 2021, the Congresswoman from Georgia invested between $15,000 and $50,000 in Digital World Acquisitions Corp., a blank check special purpose acquisition company. 1 year after Greene made her investment, the stock value plummeted by more than 82%. So she lost all her money. And it's kind of creepy that she's literally invested her money in Trump. So she has a financial obligation to see him do well and to kiss his ass and suck his dick. So you'd think that would be a conflict of interest, but nah, conservatives don't give a shit about that anyway, so who cares? And then apparently there was a debate going on with Ron DeSantis right now. I will be covering it on Friday's show because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of clips that I haven't seen yet. But here's a quick taste of how it's going. Here's Ron DeSantis poo-pooing the idea of teaching that the United States was built on stolen land, y'all. We didn't steal this land. Who did we steal this land from? Name one group of people we stole this land from.
Yeah, so it actually, if you look around the country, they do have programs, unfortunately, well, they will take a student, look at their race, say, okay, you're white, you're an oppressor. If you're black, you're oppressed. And think about what that does to a 6 or 7-year-old kid. That's wrong. You're seeing that. You have people that are teaching, and actually his running mate has said this in the past, that teaching the United States was built on stolen land. That is inappropriate for our schools. It's not true. And I'm happy that we're going to be able to have accurate history, and we're going to make sure that we honor those who have sacrificed so that we can be free.
So the Native Americans, you're going to honor the Native Americans who sacrificed so you could have it? No? Yeah, we're going to teach accurate history where we were just all born here in this country. God gave us this country. He betrothed it to us. Nobody was even here, y'all. We just popped up out of nowhere. Accurate history. Good God, the conservatives are so fucking dumb. And folks, at least there's some good news in the world this week. Ted Cruz went to a Yankees game and did not go well. Let's count the middle fingers. All right, middle finger from this guy, middle finger from this guy, thumbs down from this guy, middle finger from this guy. Oh, not going very well. What is this guy doing? He's got his hand up. Don't know what he's doing, but hey, at least we all agree everybody hates Ted Cruz except for fucking Texas. Goddamn Texas. Get your shit together. I only wish there was like video footage, man. I know you all feel the same way I do. Like, why wasn't somebody recording this? I would give my left nut for just some kind of video footage. I'm just kidding. There is video footage. Here it is. Boo. Oh my God, inject it right into my veins. This is better than porn. Even better than grandma porn for me. I gotta see more, please. Please, universe, more.
Fuck you, you racist piece of shit! Fuck you, man! You suck! You fucking suck, dude! You're a disgrace! You go to fucking hell, dude! Remember when Trump called your wife ugly? Remember that? Remember when Trump called your wife ugly and then you
I remember.
You're a disgrace to this country! You fucking piece of shit! Remember when those insurrectionists wanted to murder you? Yo, go vote! Yo, go vote Trump! Get the fuck out of New York! Get out of New York! Trump called your wife ugly and you loved it! You ugly fuck! Get the fuck out of here! Eat my dick, you asshole!
Amazing! Best thing I've seen in a long time. More of this, please, world. Everywhere he goes, I give him the business and let him know. And then Lauren Boebert wants everybody to know that women are the lesser vessel. You guys are just so weak, and you need a big, strong mans to take care of you. What else you gonna do if you don't have some mans?
We are created equal. We're not the same. Women are the lesser vessel, and we need...
I mean, you're the smaller vessel, and sometimes, like, not as physically strong. Sometimes way stronger. Just depends. But yeah, often on average, less strong. But lesser? Nah.
We need masculinity in our lives to balance that that so-called weakness. You know, just us being more frail and needing that strength in our life. We are created.
Yeah, she's a woman. She needs a guy to sit there and stare at her and go, yeah, with this masculine energy. Yeah, what would she do without this guy going, like this? She needs it for her lesser vessel and whatnot. Yikes. And then Roy Blunt asked specifically, all right, well, it's not enough just to poo-poo on everything the Democrats do. Do you have any actual plans? Do you have any policies whatsoever? Anything at all that would improve society? And guess what his answer was?
Democrat, they're going to vote Republican because of the economy. But what exactly is the Republican plan then? What should Republicans do differently? You know, it's one thing to blame the Democrats and say, yes, inflation is high, there are rising prices. It's another to say, and here's the solution. What is that solution from Republicans?
Oh, I think a lot of this that really stabilize the economy. The American people aren't fooled by this, and they're going to hold the Democrats responsible, whether the Democrats want to like that or not. I think they are responsible. The American voters going to hold them responsible Election Day. I think there's no question Republicans will gain control of the House, and in a very narrow environment. just as likely as not to gain control of the Senate, but we still won't have control of the administration, and bad regulatory policies and bad energy policies will continue to stoke what's now a fire of inflation that got way out of hand before Democrats.
So can you just tell us what your policies are without shitting on the Democrats? Spends the entire time shitting on the Democrats. Oh, we're going to stabilize the economy. Oh, that's specific. Yeah. We're just going to sprinkle fairy dust on everything. Yeah, just vote for us, folks. But they don't have anything. That's why they never propose a goddamn thing. All they can do is tear down the other side without ever offering any solutions. That's the entire playbook. And it works. And here's the same people continuously bitching about political persecution, about how Democrats use the government to prosecute their political enemies when we try to hold them accountable for all the criminal shit they do. They don't actually care about anything they say. Their words mean nothing. Hypocrisy is all they have.
On the 8th of November, when we destroy the Democratic Party as a national political institution and really end the regime, the hunted become the hunters. Yes. The hunted become the hunters. So, and you heard Natalie at the top, the whole Fauci family is going to be welcome to the investigations, the entire family. Remember, War Room was taken off Twitter because of comments I made about, wait for it, Christopher Wray and Anthony Fauci, that their day was coming. They took us down. They took the War Room account. I've never been on Twitter. They took the War Room account on Twitter. Paybacks across the border and all that big move.
Yeah, we hate political persecutions, but we're coming out of after your family. Not enough just to come after you. We're coming after your entire family for trying to save people from dying in a pandemic. Just crazy, evil psychos, folks. That's who's running the conservatives and always have. I'm going to skip over this one. Fetterman apparently is not doing very good in his race to Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz has caught up with Fetterman and at some polls is leading. So, goddamn fucking trash world. How could this even be fucking real life? And then, you guys know who Katie Hopkins is? Crazy right-wing bitch. So here's another example of how their words don't mean anything. She's bragging here about sneaking into the country illegally through the Mexican border. And they cheer for her. The same people who continuously demonize any brown person for doing the same thing. These same people who want you to lie to brown people in order to use them as political pawns and send them to other states and stuff to own the libs. They love that shit. Deport them all. But a white woman sneaks into this country, they cheer for her. They gave her a standing ovation for it. It's almost like their objections are 100% pure racism. Let's have a look.
Right now, I am not allowed to be in this fine country of yours, because the ridiculous administration says that the unvaccinated are not allowed in this country right now. Well, I am pure blood, and I am proud, and I am sick and tired of being told what to do.
I am pure blood and proud. Yay!
I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that I have no moral obligation to follow made-up rules made up by an irrational old man who was installed in the White House and is not the rightful president of this country.
So you feel the same way about all undocumented workers, all illegal aliens, all of them? You should cheer for because they just ignore our laws and shit, right? Right? No, only white people?
The time for waiting for permission is over, and the time for waiting for an answer is through. And so I did what any rational individual would do under the Biden administration. And ladies and gentlemen, I promise you this is a true story. I decided to break my ass into this country via Mexico.
Look at them all these white people and an Asian lady cheering for her.
Come at me. Lock me up. Do it.
Huh. Why are they so freaked out about the caravans? Why are they always shoving down our throat that Biden has open borders and that Mexicans are trying to feed our children fentanyl and kill us, but they're completely fine with her doing the same thing? I wonder what it is about her that makes it different for them. I wish I could put my finger on it. Honky pox. It's the honky pox. It's the honky pox, definitely. Lock her up. Deport that bitch. And Last up on Chud Watch, folks. For everybody who tells you that Joe Biden has an open borders policy, that they're just letting them willy-nilly come through this country, nothing is further from the truth. The U.S. set a new record for apprehensions at the southern border. And that's not because more people are actually coming across right now. More people came across under Trump, apparently. Even less people are coming across now. But Joe Biden has upped the security on the border, and they're catching more of them than ever. It wasn't open borders the left was making fun of when we poo-pooed the wall. What we were making fun of is it's an outdated method of catching people. Yes, you can funnel people in if you have a great big wall to certain areas where they breach the wall, and it may be easier to catch some of them. But it's a completely outdated method, and it's incredibly expensive, not only to build the wall, but to maintain it forever. Talking about bankrupting the country. Instead, we have modern devices like drones and satellites and shit that make it way fucking easier to catch people coming across illegally. So they have upped their game, and they're catching all kinds of them. But hey, let's not let the facts get in the way of their fear-mongering narratives, right? Always the way. And all right, cool. That's my Chud Watch. What we gotta say. Poo-poo the wall, I know, right? They want a medieval solution to modern problems. Really, all we have to do is start criminally charging anybody who hires somebody who is undocumented. If we actually made companies pay penalties for doing it, they would stop. But conservatives don't want that. They want cheap labor for rich people so they can make even more money. So they don't actually want to implement any solution to it. They just want to build a wall and pretend like that's going to fix the fucking problem, and then shit on anybody else as open border immigration lovers when we point out how ancient and outdated that method is. Because they're always fucking stuck in the past. Regression, that's all conservatives have to offer us. Maybe one day we will never have to have borders anywhere in the world. I wouldn't mind that. I think imaginary pieces of paper drawn by old, primitive, mostly white idiots in the past used to separate us is bullshit. Hopefully, eventually we'll be all one. Seems silly. She's the real threat, I know, right? Way more scared of her than any other undocumented. Lock her ass up and cool. Move around along, folks. Get in your super chats. Show's going to be over in like 15 minutes, so last chance to get in your super chats while we roll on to the next section. Let's do some heroes. We could be heroes like Billy Bowie. Billy Bowie, greatest human who ever lived, star of Rain Man. I don't even know why I started saying that. And first off on the heroes list, huge shout out to this guy giving the mounted police the business. More of this, please. ACAB, give them hell.
Jesus fucking Christ. What are you gonna do if you catch him? What are you gonna do? You gonna hop off your horse? Like, what are you gonna do with your horse? You're just gonna tie it up somewhere and start chasing after him? You're going the wrong way down the street too. All you guys do is harass homeless people and shit all over the fucking street and never clean it up. Hey, what's up? I'm doing great. You're going the wrong way down the street. You're blocking up traffic. And your horse is out of control. And honestly, there's no reason to have horses on Hollywood Boulevard. This isn't a fucking trail. It's the middle of the city. It looks so stupid. Get on some bikes or something. But look what you guys are doing. You guys are just making a mess out of traffic. Look at this. Look at this. This is so stupid. All of this.
Yep. They cowboys.
This is so dumb. And there you go, break another traffic law. Look at them crossing across the street. You got a red light, but like, fuck it. Let's just take our horses across the street. Because we're cops and we're gonna do what we want. There you go. Just break every fucking law. As you chase around nothing but homeless people while you guys get paid $160,000 a year, each one of you guys. Look at you. There is no reason to have that horse out here. You don't even know what you're doing, officer. Get control of your horse. All of this is stupid. Take those horses back to the fucking trailer.
Love it. Give them the business wherever they go. No rest for the ACABs. And one more big shout out to the hero scientist who covered this story. And somebody do a wellness check on chuds because their heads are about to explode. Apparently they found out that the sperm of vegetarians, of us soy boys, have increased density and motility. Plant-based diets can significantly increase sperm density and motility in men and is related to a lower risk of sperm volume deficiency, according to a new study published in the peer-reviewed International Journal of Fertility and Sterility. There goes that big talking point, isn't it? Oh my God, the left. They're such wussy pussy soy boys. They're not masculine enough. Hey, our birth rates are declining everywhere. The sperm of men are drying up. The fertility rates are dropping. It's because of all the soy. No, motherfucker. It's because all your cheeseburgers. It's because you doughy fucks ain't seen your dick in a decade. That's why. Learn to love it. The real men are leftists. All us soy boys. This soy burger's delicious. Now we gonna fuck everybody. Oh, yeah. And all right, cool. That's my hero section. Love it. What you guys got to say? I know, right? Good advertisement for Beyond Meat. Cool. Soy boys rock. Like, I don't even eat a lot of soy, but I call myself a soy boy because actually somebody left a comment. I guess an old fan left a comment insulting me by calling me a soy boy. And like, what you have to realize is calling somebody a soy boy as an insult is insulting to you because it's so unbelievably stupid. Not only is it unoriginal, it's just so silly and ridiculous in every way that using that on somebody just shows how low your level is, how tiny your fucking brain is, just a gerbil running a little wheel inside your head. So keep it up. Love that shit. And I didn't even read any of the comments. Testosterone versus man-made chemicals. I thought about getting on tea, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to grow old gracefully and see what the fuck happens. I don't think horses deserve to be on a Hollywood street. Yep. I feel sorry for horses. I wouldn't want to be ridden all day by these fucking assholes, that's for sure. Sorry, Dusty, no soy burgers for me. Why not? Have you tried them? Just go to Burger King. Just try it. Get yourself an Impossible Whopper. And if you can tell the difference, I will suck your dick. Okay? I won't really. But if you can tell the difference, I'll let you suck my dick. Not really. Either way, not really. But do it, because it tastes the same. It's good. Don't be a fucking hater on it. All right, one more section, folks. I got Karen's in a slow news week. All right, I'll just do the Karen in the slow news week. So let's do slow news week. Slow news week with Dustin Smith. Yeah! Mix it up a little bit. Somebody said my voice was squeaky on the last show. Your voice is squeaky. And first off, on Slow News, that's me. This dude, I guess he lost an eye or something. And normally I'm into that because I like fucking eye sockets. But he found a totally cool way to cover it up, y'all.
Cancer, so I made this and turned my head into a flashlight.
He turned his eyeball into a flashlight. And holy shit, like, where's the battery? Is it in your brain? How is that thing? Wow, that's pretty bright. I know. That's impressive, dude. How do you turn it off? I got questions, yo. Does that hurt? Doesn't that blind your other eye with a light coming out of the one eye? You can't see out of the other one? I don't know. It's cool, but... All right, I'm into it. Neato. I can't wait to... I'm part robot. Looking forward to my Robo Dick and one Karen. I won't play the Karen song for you folks, but I have no idea, y'all. And I don't want to cast aversions on somebody's character, but I am just starting to think that this Asian lady might be a little bit racist.
Being called a nigger, right? That's because you act like a nigger, B-boy. All right? You act like a nigger, B-boy. I said to stay the fuck away from me. I said it!
Would you mind? That guy's hot.
I wasn't talking to you, all right? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm calling ugly black niggers the N-word. Yeah. Barack sent you? Barack sent you? I'm gonna have a restraining order against Barack and his bitch, Sally Kim, okay? Sally!
I wonder what she ate, because her bag says, don't worry, eat happy, but she don't seem very happy.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're a retard. You're mental retarded. You're mentally retarded. I don't want to fucking talk to you, Sally. Stay the fuck away from me. You're a fucking cunt. Okay, black vagina. I don't want to talk to a black vagina anymore. You know who you are? You're a black vagina. Yeah, you are? You know you're a black vagina. And everyone who fucks you, who fucks your black vagina, is a nigger. It's an automatic nigger. Okay? Every man who fucks your black vagina is a nigger. What are you? A mediator? Huh? A peacemaker? Are you a peacemaker?
She's going viral.
I'm going to get a restraining order against Sally Kim. She's stalking me everywhere I go.
You got a gun?
Everywhere I go.
You got a gun because you talking crazy.
I'm talking crazy?
Yeah.
What am I saying? I'm speaking the truth, right? Right? She has a black
All those people are amazingly calm, especially the black people with her yelling the N-word like that. I'm kind of surprised.
vagina. Not only does she have a black vagina, she is a black vagina. Okay? I told you to stay the fuck away from me, Barack. Stay the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck away from me, Sally. Okay? You fucking black vagina. You're a black cunt vagina. That is all you are. And that is all you will ever be. And you know this, but you don't want to face the truth, right? You hate it when someone tells you the truth, right? Shut your fucking black vagina. Alright? That's the only value you will ever have in any man's eye, is that's a black vagina. You understand this?
She's still going.
A mentally retarded black vagina. That is the only worth and value you will ever have in a
What happened to her middle finger?
man's eye. So shut the fuck up, and I'm going to get back a restraining order against you, okay? With your ugly ass, flutter eyes, okay? Those are damn cheap ass looking lashes. Those are the cheapest looking lashes I've ever seen. This is fun, right? This is what New Yorkers are like, okay? This is what a true New Yorker is like. Okay?
Follow me where I'm going.
Where you going?
Talk that shit.
Huh? Where the fuck are you going? Huh, Barack? Come on, come in person, you fucking pussy. Barack is a fucking pussy. He has undescended testicles and the penis of a fucking horse. Don't give it to me.
That's a compliment. I think she meant that as an insult, but telling somebody the penis of a horse, that's a compliment, lady.
The penis of a fucking animal. That's what he has.
You already said horse.
Get off the train. Get off the train. I'm going to get off the train because I have dinner. I have lunch waiting.
I'm sure you have something to eat waiting for you.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
So, yikes! Way to ruin your whole life. You're about to be fired if you have a job. Don't know if anybody would hire you or not. Looks like she's having some kind of mental issues, but I don't want to blame mental illness for your racism, lady. And then also, this picture went viral of an ant, and oh my god! I am never fucking with ants again. I hope they don't ever evolve to become bigger, because, oh, I'm frightened. I'll teach you to burn me with a magnifying glass. Terrifying. And there's like 1 trillion of them. They're like 1 billion for every human being. Let's not piss off the ants. I know that much. Scary. And then speaking of scary folks, I didn't even know this was a thing. You know how people have cool lights on their houses for Christmas? Well, now they started that trend with Halloween, and I love it.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams. They'll sneak under sarcophagus and just won't leave you be. Scary skeletons. Not just scary skeletons.
Built up a little sweat there. Love that. It does sound like a Dusty song. Cool. And one more, folks. Whew. To finish this off, I'm Slowly Dusty Smith. Thought this was kind of interesting. Old pictures of celebrities hanging out with a younger version of them. First off, we got a little Johnny Depp. Okay, to be honest, Johnny Depp not aging that well, to be honest with you. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Some people like aging real well. Johnny Depp, not one of them, in my opinion. You know, he's really good looking guy who's younger. Should look a little kind of like he's trying too hard to hold on to the young look. He needs to just grow gracefully, in my opinion. Next up, Brad Pitt still looks fucking awesome. He was hot when he was young, still a hot older man. Brad Pitt aging pretty well. Conan O'Brien, he aged okay. It looks pretty much like you would imagine he looked. He was goofy when he was younger, and looks okay now. And Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds still hot. He's a cute kid and grew up to be a hot dude. Definitely like Ryan Reynolds. And oh my God, who is this young lady with Ricky Gervais? I don't know, but she's cute, Ricky. Hold on to her, whoever she is. And Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, Macaulay looks okay. Looks like, I guess you would imagine him when he got older. Not too bad. And then Matthew Perry, I guess this was taken before his colon exploded, and yeah, he doesn't look like this right now. This is not a accurate picture of what Matthew Perry looks like right now, so false advertising Matthew Perry. And Anthony Hopkins, yeah, Anthony Hopkins is old as fuck, to be honest with you, but Anthony Hopkins is cool as shit, so he's not cool being old, so it's fine that he's aged a little bit. And Winona Ryder, still fucking hot. She was hot then, she's hot now, aging great. Winona Ryder. And it's Reese Witherspoon, and she's still hot. I don't mean she's still hot, because this is a picture of her as a kid. Why do they show a picture of her as a kid? I know she's a kid actress. I meant like she was hot when she was young and like Legally Blonde, you know, when she was an adult still, and she's still hot now from then, not from when she was a kid, okay? But anyway, yeah, still hot. Why did you put this? Now I'm just sad. This is like going back to my grandma all over again. What? And speaking of hot, now he was an okay looking guy when he was younger, but holy shit, dude is such a fucking smoke show as he gets older. How does this guy get so much better looking when he ages? Good God, the dude. I would. I'm not gay though, but if I was gay, but I'm not gay at all. But not gay though. And Keanu Reeves still looks great. Look good then, looks good now. Keanu's out there killing it, and I cannot stand Al Pacino. No. And George Clooney looks better now. He's also aging very well. Look too goofy with that stupid haircut. Aged really well like that. And she looks okay. She looked pretty good in Friends, and she's aging okay, not too bad. And Leonardo looks great. He was a cute kid, but handsome man. Leonardo slaying it as always. And I don't even know who the fuck this is. Is this Lady Gaga? I literally have never seen this person in my life, unless this is Lady Gaga, which I think it might be. I don't know. Anyway, and one more, Clint Eastwood. Hey, Clint Eastwood was fucking hot when he was young, and now he looks worse as he's older, but he's still not too bad. He's aged okay. And Haley Osment didn't age that well, but he seems like a nice guy. Seems okay. I like him anyway. Likeable character. Fuck yeah. All right, folks. That's my show. Hell yeah. Stick around for the Q&A, but if you guys check out, please hit the like button before you go. And also, like, if you're watching the show, like on the repeat, just leave a comment. This show needs to grow, but I need you guys to help me get the algorithm to love me. And one way you can do that is just like whatever if you see a segment you like, just type what your thoughts on it are. It's the least you can do. Please, every show, if you're watching this and you're not live, leave a comment. And if you are watching live, come back and leave a comment on the other show when it goes on. Like, as soon as this is over, the rerun goes up. Just come back and leave a comment. Do the comments, please. Thank you. All right, let's do it. Happy Halloween, Dusty. Hey, MFB. Happy Halloween to you. I'm not going to do anything, but I'm going to have fun. Smoke some weed, play my game. Once again, you blessed us with a great show, Dusty. I did, and we're going to be like right at the 2-hour mark, so I didn't say it was going to be a short show today because I get tired of being a liar. EMFB, hey girl, what's up, EMFB? $10 for Cole James. Thank you, Cole James. You rock. Please show Dusty some love. Hit the like button, fuckos. Do it. Joe Perry demands you. Welcome to Dusty Buddy, Eric and Medina. You guys can become a Dusty Buddy for $2.99 a month. There's a button down by the chat or somewhere, and you get customized emojis to spend the chat with. And you see how the cool kids are doing it. Don't you really cool at the cool kids? Peer pressure. Do it. Dr. Fauci helped with AIDS, so I guess he's wrong. Yeah, fuck him right. He tried to help people. Can't have that for Republicans. He's evil somehow. Here's some kitty money. Keep working on your Aussie accent. I love your work, Dusty. My Aussie accent is perfect, eh? It's like indistinguishable from somebody directly from Australia. You guys were like, hey, is Dusty natively from Australia? It sounds like he is. Well, yeah, that's because my accents are spot on. I practice all the time in front of a mirror. I do. West Fish Bits $4.49. Thank you. Wow, to you too. Cool. Kira Laura, that Trump rally with the singing is an echo of the Nazi film Triumph of the Will. Yeah, the Trump of the Will. Kira Laura, I'm just saying Dusty's America is supposed to be based on whatever you want or not to believe, and the state can't be influenced by religion. Inferring, yeah, but that's not what they want. They want a theocracy. That's what they're working towards. Urban Mosque. $10 Trump pack. I mean, griff them until they dry. It might help the world if these folks weren't broke. Yeah, like, I don't even care anymore. You guys deserve what you fucking get. Chad Watch is Weekend Update, but better because it's on the Dusty Show. I know, they got rid of Trevor Noah on the Daily Show. Here I am, dudes. Upgrade. Of course, they're not going to do that. My money. Hey, what up, Happy Child? Take my money. I will. Your money is so delicious. Dead Power Tattoo. I'm going to have to come visit and take your steak. All right, I read that. Cool. All right, awesome. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are very generous tonight. Love the shit out of you. And I appreciate you. All right, time for the Q&A section. What you guys got to ask me, whatever questions, type at Cult of Dusty so your thing pops up and I can read it. I love Lady Gaga. Was that Lady Gaga? It is Lady Gaga. All right, cool. I guess I do know who that is then. I like Al Pacino. Not a fan, to be honest with you. Overrated. We got you, Dusty. Hey, appreciate it, Cooper Lover. I need all the help I can get. Your face in the spooky, scary skeleton song. Like, I used to dance in clubs, and my friend was like, just smile more. You don't ever smile. You're so serious. So I just became like Jack Black, and now I'm just goofy as fuck, and it's way better and more fun. Did you check out The Boys 1998? No, I did not. The only Boys I know is the superhero one, which is amazing. Oh, that reminds me. There's a new show out called... What the fuck is that show called? Nope, wrong button. The Peripheral. Have you guys seen The Peripheral yet? There's only 2 episodes out, and it's fucking great, y'all. It does an amazing job of world building. It's set in the not too distant future, and so it shows what technology will be like. Of course, it's not going to be like that. I think it's only set like 10 years in the future, which is not going to be anything like that in 10 years. But it's really fucking cool to have them show what it might be like then. And the plot is actually really good too. So highly recommended The Peripheral. If you guys haven't seen that, I'm looking forward to the new episodes that are coming out. Have you ever tried Sea of Thieves, the game? I tried to pirate it, but it's like online, and so I couldn't. Do you get any trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood? No, I cut all the lights out and I hide. I barely get any, and I live in a higher income area with lots of families. Yep, I am antisocial, so they leave me the fuck alone. And I have lots of dogs, so they are afraid of my dogs, I think. What about Young Don? I did not do any Young Don research. Sorry, I was busy sniping motherfuckers with my 2 sets of glasses on, and the screen went an inch from my head. You know, priorities, y'all. And yep, thank you for the moderators. Why do you not like Al Pacino? I don't know. Like, I don't like any of his movies. They're all not good for some reason. I don't think I've ever seen an Al Pacino movie that I thought, hey, that was a really good movie. They're just all like, they just have him in it because he's Al Pacino. I don't know. Have you watched Our Flag Means Death? I have watched Our Flag Means Death. Very surprising show. I started out and just watched the first episode, and I didn't really care for it that much. And then I quit watching it. And I went back and watched them all, and it's a love story, y'all. That's what I didn't get the first time. The fucking show is a love story. You just got to finish it to the end. Of course, it doesn't end because it's like a cliffhanger and there's a new season coming. But very good show if you guys want to check that out. Heat isn't that good. I don't like that movie. Al Pacino, poo-poo, no good to me. But whatever, no different strokes for different folks. I'm familiar with the kids' TV show. You can't do that on TV. Yeah, you can't do it on television. Yeah, that was Nickelodeon when I was a kid. You can't say, I don't know, they slime you. Of course, I had Nickelodeon growing up. Dusty has the right to not like Al Pacino. I got the right to not like Al Pacino. I've been enjoying playing Far Cry 6. I downloaded and played a little bit, but I've been too addicted to New World. Explain what everybody knows, Fresh Start, if you want to play the best of the best, since the best will be playing in Fresh Start, because I have 2,000 hours into my character. I've literally gone through hours and hours of grinding to grind every single weapon to the highest level. I have maxed out stats on all my crafting, getting my gear together, just everything. I am just not going to do all that again. I just don't want to, basically, because the end game for me is just go play more PvP, and I could just do that right now. So why would I spend another 100 hours building my character up so I can PvP when I could just PvP right now? And like, I don't really even give a shit who I'm playing against. It doesn't even matter. But sorry, like, I don't want to do that. Insomnia with Pacino and where is good. I don't remember that one. I guess I was asleep. Not even Son of Woman. Hooah! Hooah! Nope, not even that movie. My partner and I went to BattleBots on Saturday. Yeah, watch all the BattleBots. Hell yeah. It's robot fighting time. Did you watch back in the Comedy Central days? Hell yeah, I've seen most of the BattleBots. Love that show. May we share our GoFundMe with you, Twitter, and would you be okay retweeting it for us? Maybe. It depends on what it's a GoFundMe for. Did you know it was Canadian in origin? What was Canadian origin? You have to be more specific. We're talking about a lot of things, dude. You haven't spent enough time, Destiny, with in-game. Just kidding. I know, right? I need more hours into New World. I only have 2,000. Literally played it more than any game ever. The movie Kiana and Al is the devil. Yeah, I've seen that one. Is that Insomnia? I thought that was I don't remember. I do remember that movie, but that also is not a good movie. They're all bad. Al Pacino just doesn't pick good movies, sorry, in my opinion. All right, cool. That's my show, folks. Hey, I will be back on Friday. It's only a couple days away. So be sure to tell all your friends about the show. And if you haven't already done so, why haven't you become a patron? I mean, like, seriously, what is wrong with you? Are you going to make me cry? Because I'm going to cry. E-beg. Link in the description of the video. Please, like, click on it and donate $1 or $2 a month. Like, it'll make you feel so good. You know you want to. Daddy needs some cat food money. Please. All right. Done begging, folks. Thank you for everybody who supported this show tonight. You've been super goddamn generous. I love you all. You're amazing human beings. And let's see what song I'm going to play. I wonder if I have let's see if I have All About Me on here. All About. Oh, here we go. All right, this is a song from a long time ago. I played it a couple of times on the show, but this is my rap parody song I wrote like 15 years ago called All About Me.
Oh, yeah. East
Good night, everybody.
side.
I love you.
Dude, you're like from Kansas. Man, shut up. Let's just do this.
Slamming and jamming, bamming, flim flamming, playing backgammon as I smoke my salmon.
Yeah, smoking my salmon. That's a metaphor. I'm more educated like that. I'm schooling this newbie, smoking a doobie.
Watching scary movie, who me?
Yeah, me, biatch. Cause it's all about me.
Well, my girlfriend's fat, but I don't mind, cause I like it like that with a big old behind.
You know what likes me, the big ladies. The bigger the cushion, the better the pushing.
It's true, I true, anything that breathes. I confess my ex was a chimpanzee.
You know, she was a hairy chick. At least I think she was a chick. Not that it matters.
I do little Bo Peep and then her sheep. I make them both weep, I leave them in a heap.
I be like, bye 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 little black sheep. Have you any wool? You a sexy sheep.
I swear I wear so much gold, my feet can barely carry me to the commode.
You know, that's a lot of gold when you can't even go to the bathroom. Dude's got a problem when he's wearing that much gold.
Time to break it down.
Oh yeah, that was dope. But now we need some kind of chorus, filled with all kind of cliche rap lyrics. I have just the thing. Let's kick it.
Cruising down Full Street in my brand new ride. I'm cruising down 2nd Street with my crew by my side. I'm cruising down 3rd Street looking for a freak to make mine. I'm cruising down 4th Street. Today I'm feeling fine, so I'm cruising down 6th Street cause I just got paid. I'm cruising down 6th Street thinking about the money I just made. I'm cruising down 7th Street and I wanna get laid. I'm cruising down 8th Street cause it's all about me this time.
Oh man, that was off the chain. What the hell does off the chain mean? I have no idea. I heard them say it on MTV one time, so you know it's gotta be cool. Whatever, man. Now it's my turn to kick the funky jams. Get ready for it, cause here it comes. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout.
When I get steamed up, I will shout, tip me over and pour me out.
Yeah, man, that was some old school lyrics. More like preschool.
It is a fact, if you act whack, the last thing you will hear is the sound of my gat. And if you're a cop, you're gonna get dropped. Can you dig? I don't like pigs, so they're gonna get dropped.
Why do you hate cops? I don't know. Apparently it's cool to hate cops these days.
I also hate my mom because she's so damn dumb. She had to kick me out when I turned 31.
And my dad must pay
because of the way he only gave me $5 grand for my birthday.
Wow, only $5 grand for your birthday? You got it rough.
I know. Time to break it down.
Yeah, man, that wasn't bad at all. Why don't you kick that chorus back in so we can fade this mother out? I'm all over it, G, like stink on rice. Kick it, boys.
Cruising down 1st Street in my brand new ride. I'm cruising down 2nd Street with my crew by my side. I'm cruising down 3rd Street looking for a freak to make mine. I'm cruising down 4th Street. Today I'm feeling fine, so I'm cruising down 5th Street cause I just got paid. I'm cruising down 6th Street thinking about the money I just made. I'm cruising down 7th Street and I wanna get laid. I'm cruising down 8th Street cause it's all about me this time. Cruising down 4th Street in my brand new ride. Good night. I'm cruising down 2nd Street with my crew by my side. I'm cruising down 3rd Street looking for a freak to make mine. I'm cruising down 4th Street. Today I'm feeling fine, so I'm cruising down 5th Street cause I just got paid. I'm cruising down 6th Street thinking about the money I just made. I'm cruising down 7th Street and I wanna get laid. I'm cruising down 8th Street
cause it's all about me this time.